Well, we're back again with hay equipment. This is a New Holland 56 rake. She's not perfect. Missing a few items, some more important than others. But this one is, she was abandoned basically. There's a tree line over there that she sat in for a lot of years. And I drug it out with hopes of making it work. So, obviously, key item here. So that's all that was on here for the drive. We're missing half the shaft. I have an idea to how to save a lot of money on getting one of those. And we're going to test that theory with this piece of equipment. The other not as essential item that's missing but would be nice is, I believe there should be a jack right there. It's gone. There is whatever that was, probably a piece that held on a tooth that's missing. But alright, this thing has most of its teeth. So I think for the time being I'm going to run it like it is once I get it to work. And also, the gearbox is not, I don't know how good it is. It clearly does turn. This thing's hitting the ground right now, but so at least I know it is functional. The oil in it obviously will need changed. And we're missing 2 lug nuts, or lug bolts, on both sides actually. All these guys are free, so I know she's been greased up throughout its life at least. So hopefully, knowing that those were taken care of, everything else hopefully has been as well. And these tires were, to my knowledge, holding air. This one's not looking as good, but when I brought them both up here, they look like they're both holding, which is fantastic. So, also yes, it is raining. It's been about 100 every day this week, and right now it's like 78-ish, 9-ish. We'll say 79. And it's raining. It's the coolest day it is so far, but I'm still standing in the rain sweating, so that's cool. But let's move on, and I'll get this thing up to the house, and we will begin to try to make a shaft for it and make this thing work. But as you can see, also it is a Holland 56, not 256, whatever the hell the newer ones are. I don't recall. But yeah, I also not a basket rake fan. I've always liked V-rakes, but can't beat the price. So we'll get this thing up to the house and start messing with it. So I finally got the rake home. So here's what I'm doing with this. Now, New Holland wanted, somewhere in there, $200 for this basically, but that was for both ends. I only needed one, and this was like 80 some bucks. I had to get that through New Holland. But if you go to a metal fab shop, you can get exactly what you need. This was $11. I think maybe $11.70, something like that, or $10.70, something like that. I don't remember. But that's how I'm going to go ahead and try this, and we're going to see how well this works. Theoretically, it should. It's a solid steel shaft. I mean, I did get it a smidge longer than I think I needed, just in case I need to trim it down, I can. So basically, I got to jam it in here, drill a hole in it, get a pin. I'll probably just use bolts, and get her put on there. So let's get to that. I've just learned I have some bad news for myself. So this outside piece is clearly worn out. Correct size shaft, but to me it just looks like the outside plate is all that it is that really runs with it. So looks like I'm gonna do some fabricating. So that's gonna be a little more work than I'd hoped, but let's I wonder if there's a way to drain this gearbox. I'm gonna look into that and see if I can drain it and see what the stuff inside looks like. Alrighty, so lots happened and a lot's been figured out since I last showed this to you guys. So, oil doesn't go in there. Originally it did. It doesn't now because the seals are bad, so you put grease in it. Secondly, this didn't work. Trust me, it looks horrendous. We're not going to show close-ups. I need to snip a little bit off my extension piece I put there. But basically, there's like an intermediate shaft that goes on there. It's real weird. I think someone really over-designed it. And basically all I did is Cleaned up that edge right there on the old piece. Had to snip it off actually. And then I made my own square tubing that worked with that and with that. Basically I had 2 pieces of angle, welded them together, made it all work. Got her up in there, just tacked on around, and then this piece obviously goes in there. Now what they wanted for all that is about 200 bucks. What I have into it currently, not counting that end piece because I don't remember what I paid for that, it was like maybe 80 bucks. 30-ish dollars, I'm gonna say, with welding wire. Now somebody's gonna be like, you're an idiot, why did you do that? Well, I can't buy just the intermediate shaft, so when that U-joint goes out, I'm probably gonna just buy the whole thing and bite the bullet then. But for my first season of hay, I figured that's gonna be the easiest way to do this. Outside of that, really, everything came right together. Also, things hooked on my truck and getting put over here because, well, I'm leaving for an anniversary thing tomorrow. So I figured this thing probably shouldn't be sitting in the driveway all week. And I just cleared off a spot on this concrete pad for this because I don't like when stuff just sits in dirt and grass. So yeah, this video, I don't even really know any idea what the last thing I said was prior to this, but I think I said something about putting oil in that, and I didn't know what I was going to do with that. And also another thing I learned is this rim is actually shot. I still need to get lug bolts for it as well, but I'm just going to run it. The rim needs replaced. The tire's no good, so I figure I have nothing I can hurt by running it, essentially. So basically what's going to end up happening is this rim's going to take a crap, that U-joint's going to break, and then I'm going to buy that, and we're all going to be hunky-dory with it. Overall, not a bad rake though. Gearbox does work. It engages and disengages. I just got done pulling it down here. I pulled it down my drive, engaged, and then disengaged it. Once I got partially down here just to make sure everything did work. I still don't have a jack. That is something I'd love to invest in, but haven't done that one yet. That's also a down the road problem for future me after my back hurts. So we're actually gonna cut this off here with the hay rake. Now that I've pulled it, I want to re-grease everything, but yeah, she's pretty much ready for the field, and this will be the last you see it until we get it out there. So thanks for watching, everybody.